Okay, everybody, welcome to the annual football game between Weston and the Hopkinton Hillers. The Hillers enter the game at 3-1, and Weston enters the game at 3-1, so it should be a great battle. My name is Scott Flannery, and I'll be bringing you play-by-play, and bringing you the color today will be Ed Flannery. Ed, what's it look like for a game plan from the Hopkinton standpoint?
Hopkinton's game plan is to have their offense control the defensive part of the game. And what I mean by that is their offense, they want them to stay out on the field as much as possible, sustain a nice running attack.
Okay, and then we have the kick at to number 78, fielded at Weston at about the 45-yard line.
They went with an onside kick, but as you can see, he kicked it up in the air too high, and then all he had to do was catch it.
Yeah, Danny Shirley's doing the kicking duties for Hopkinton. So we're going to see right away, Hopkinton won the toss, and they deferred to the second half. And like you were saying just before, their best defense is going to be their offense. They're going to try to keep the ball out of Weston's hands. As everybody knows, if you've been following the papers, number 2 Butler is quite an athlete.
Look at this shotgun.
Okay, and the snap is to Butler around the left side, and he's going to be taken down on the play by number 5, Joe Diana.
8 yards, too many yards.
Bringing up 8 yards on the carry.
That's a new defense. I mean, a new offense. They put him back in a shotgun formation with a, look like a power wing to the right. And that's where he ran.
Okay, we've got
back in
Weston out in the wishbone now, with Butler back taking the snaps. He fakes it to the fullback.
Gives to the fullback,
and he breaks it outside. He's to the 30-yard line. He's to the 25. He's going to be dragged down just at his 20-yard line by number 7, Jeremy Hurd. And right away, Weston takes it to the Hillers, picking up some substantial ground gain.
You know, Cy, he does an unbelievable fake to that fullback. These guys have got to almost tackle him every play.
Okay, they give us to the fullback. Again, number 45, Johnson. He's going to round the right end. He's just short of a touchdown. He's to the half-yard line.
See that unbelievable fake? He stuffed it in there and he just pulled it out. He does that so nice and smooth.
So it's number 45, Johnson, on the carry, and right away they're knocking at the goal line. They're coming out in a hurry-up offense, too.
Down here it's Cy's ball. He's the one that's looking for the big game.
There it is. He falls in right behind his fullback for the score.
You know when he gets down that close, they're going to give it to Cy Butler because he's the one looking for the big-name college.
So Weston takes the opening drive and uses only 1 minute and about 5 plays to score.
Well, they come out on that hurry-up offense. Cut some of these guys flat-footed, I think.
Okay, they're going to go for 2 here, and then we get a timeout called by Butler. Weston is going to take the timeout here.
I think he took the timeout because he had one guy still on the field. Would have been called for a 12th man on the field.
Okay. Well, it looks like right off the bat here that they've kind of caught Hopkinton a little bit off guard here, as far as with the hurry-up offense.
Well, see, all week, you know, they talk Cy Butler this, Cy Butler that. You got to remember the 11 guys out there, and that's how you got beat. That's how they got beat last year.
Right.
Was that they didn't pick up that pitch man, or they didn't cover the other guys. That they stopped Cy, but he beat you in other ways because you're so concerned with him. Then you're not looking for the other person.
I know Butler only carried the ball twice in the drive. They only had 5 plays of what I counted.
Yeah. Twice for 10 yards. 5 yards of carry. That ain't bad.
No. I think Hopkinton would have been better off today if it was raining.
Well, you know they're going for the 2. They're back into the shotgun formation. He's probably going to run to the right.
Give us to number 32 over the left side, and he's going to be in for the...
No good. No good.
No good.
Defense well.
Number 32 on the carry was Milton Irving.
Hey, so that's a big play. You know, I mean, Hopkinton's going to put some points on the board, and that could come down to being a big play. Okay, we're going to look at that one again on the touchdown. If you notice, he follows his guys right up to the middle. Fakes his fullback and then follows him right up to the hole.
Okay, and looks like we lost the replay there. We're working out a few bugs. So Hopkinton will come out receiving, and deep back for Hopkinton will be number 9, Jason Flannery, number 84, Aswad, and number number 7, Jeremy Hurd. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens here, Ed, with Weston, whether or not they'll kick it deep to Aswad or to anybody deep. Filling in the middle 3 men, we get Dan Shirley, number 44, number 80, Greg Robinson, and number 88, Dave Clark. Okay, and here's the kick. It's going to be a low kick. It's going to be fielded by number 80, Robinson, at his own 36-yard line.
Well, at least that out in good field position. You know, the boys got to realize that you can't fall on the ball and get up and run.
Right.
This isn't the NFL.
Well, Hopkins coming off of a big win last week. A lot of points scored against Dover Sherburne, and an even bigger victory to Bellingham. They've got to play each game 1 week at a time.
You're right. I mean, they can't think about Holliston.
Can't think about anything. You got to think about every game that's coming up each week. All right, we've got number 5 calling the signals, and handoffs to Diana up the middle, where he's got no gain on the play. Got Brian Libby doing the quarterback duties, along with Dan Shirley at fullback, and number 4 Joe Diana at the tailback, and number 9 Jason Flannery at the wingback position. So it brings up 2nd and 10 with no gain on the play. The give is to 44 Shirley around the right side. He picks up about 4 yards on the carry, and the ball will be just shy of the 45-yard line.
Tackle by Cy Butler then. He comes up and fills the hole pretty quick. Coach told me that he likes to come up a lot, so they got to play design so they throw a pass. They fake the run and they throw a pass because he likes to come up really quick and try and stuff the run.
He likes to take the big bite.
So we're hoping he takes the big bite.
Okay, we get wide right, and
there it is.
Pepe drops back deep.
Wide open. He's wide open.
Flannery just overthrows him.
That's the play I was just talking about. If you notice, he sucked right in. He was up there. He was almost in the backfield when he threw that ball.
I think Brian has got to learn that he's got a good stiff breeze behind him, and judged by the wind, as he really put some pepper on that ball.
This is what they can't be in. They can't be in 4th and 4s the whole game. He had him open. The ball was just a little overthrown.
All right, we've got Hopkinton with 4th and 5, and it looks like they're going to be punting, and that'll be Pepe doing the punting duties. And we got nobody deep here. We got Butler going back deep now. Well, Hopkinton, he just gets the kick off.
Just gets it off. Look for somebody. Look for the ball to hit somebody.
Let the ball roll. Get as many yards as you can out of it. That's it. And it's going to be down at about the 20-yard line. So that's where Butler and the gang will take over.
That's about a 40-yard kick. That's excellent. Now they got to see if they can shut them down here. Like I said before, he does an unbelievable fake handoff to his fullback. So they gotta watch for that. They almost got to tackle that fullback every play.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Yes, we can see that.
Yeah. Well, we were watching something.
Okay, here we go. Back in his wishbone formation.
Okay, Jimmy, I got the replay on the punt. Yeah.
Okay.
No, we definitely got that. It's definitely working now. Okay, that brings up 3rd and 5 for the Weston team. The give is to number 45, Johnson, over the right side. And he picks up about a yard and a half on the carry. It's going to be short, 4th and 1.
4th and 1. Will he go for it down here?
No, I think he's going to punt it.
I think he's kind of crazy if he does. But who's their punter?
I don't know. I've never
He's
seen
going
these-
for it.
I've
I don't
never
know what
seen
he's
him
doing.
play.
I think we made a quick snap
Geez.
decision.
Call a timeout, Hopkinton, quick. There we go.
I mean, they're expecting the guy to punt, and I only see 2 guys come in. He shouldn't be expecting that.
All right, so we've got 4th and 1, 4th and 2, and looks like they are going to go for it. And definitely caught Hopkinton off guard just then.
You're right. I mean, I didn't see Butler come out. I don't think Butler's their punter.
No, he was definitely lined up behind the center. You know, he was going to definitely take the snap to you know, to run to go on the 4th and 2. It's kind of a crazy call. I mean, you're up, but you know, Hopkinton scoring 38 points last week, and
hey, you're only up 6-0.
That's right. I mean, the game is a long ways from being over.
So now he puts out his first string defense again. He's going to run that same touchdown play. He's going to take a fake to his fullback and fall him right up to the hole.
Right, so we got Butler taking the snap, 4th and 2. It's a big play here. And the pitch is, it's a quick kick to number 9.
And he kicks it out of bounds.
He gets nothing out of it. He gets about
5 yards.
5 yards out of it, so what turned out to be the big great fake turned out to be
The big blunder.
the big blunder of the day. Let's see if Hopkinton carries on with what they were able to do against Bellingham, capitalize on these mistakes.
And to capitalize on that mistakes, they got to run behind their big boys.
So we got Hopkinton with 1st and 10 with the ball on the Weston Wildcat, I guess is that their nickname?
That's a nickname.
All right, so they're on the Wildcats 39-yard line with 1st and 10 and
Because we kind of got him in a mix-up here. Let's see if we can run something.
Okay, they give us to Diana over the left side, and he's stopped. So it looks to me like they're keying on Joe.
Looks like number 44 is a monster man on Joe Diana, yes.
Well, that's okay. I mean, Danny Shirley is just as potent.
Just as capable.
Yep.
You're right.
All right,
they got to get more than 0 yards on a play, though.
That's right. We get Robertson and Flannery on the wideouts, and Diana and Shirley in the backfield. They give us to Shirley up the middle, and he's going to be stuffed for only a yard gain. That'll bring up 3rd and 9 for a first.
Third and 9. Looks like we got to put it up or call something tricky. I hope he knows that he's on.
No, I don't think he does. Okay.
Man, this looks like Mickey Mouse Productions this week.
Nice pass to Aswad, and he's going to be dragged down well short of the 1st down.
Yeah, I think he even lost yards. The Hopkinton offense has got to get their big boys up front in gear, get psyched. Stop thinking about Butler and start thinking about Hopkinton offense.
Right. Like I told you last week, don't read the papers.
You're right.
Just play your own ball game. Okay, the punt is to out of bounds. Oh, it's going to stay in bounds and going to be down just short or just on the goal line.
Beautiful.
Nice
Can't ask for
punt.
any better than that.
Good coverage by Clark on that play.
What we need now is one of their patented fumbles. Even if he runs the option, you know he's going to keep it. He's not going to chance pitching. He's not going to chance pitching it when he's down there in his goal line.
Yeah. Well, you got 4 minutes and 18 seconds to go in the first period with Weston leading 6-0, and they've got their ball on the, looks like about the 6-inch line. So they got 99 yards and plus to go, and he's taken down Butler at the 5-yard line. It looks like he picked up a couple yards on the carry.
Yeah, he was tackled by Sue Stores, who was over their left tackle, come right down the line of scrimmage, made the tackle after only about a 2-yard gain.
So that'll bring up 2nd and 8 for first.
You don't want to see him break one here.
Maybe against somebody else I wouldn't mind seeing him break it, but not against this
The
team.
keeper, they stuff him at the line. That time he was tackled by Dave Clark, number 88.
So in short yardage situations, we've got Butler doing all the duties as far as carrying the ball. You get 3rd and 8 with no gain on the play, so you get 3rd and 8.
It's like I said, he's either going to hand it off, because they're not going to chance pitching it way down here.
Okay, to give his fake is to Johnson, and Butler takes it around the right side, picking up about 4 yards of the carry. And then I'll bring up 4th and 1, and the referees are going to take a timeout here to measure it.
He's saying first down. One of the kids is waving first down, one is waving short. They're going to bring it in to measure it.
Well, we're going to let the Zebras make the call, not the kids.
Yeah, let's see what he says.
We got short by a foot.
Short by a foot.
4th and a foot to go on the, looks like about the 9-yard line, or maybe the 11-yard line. He definitely got to punt it here, and into the wind and everything.
Maybe we shouldn't say that.
Well, again, it would be
Okay.
ill-advised to run it.
All right, well, I just seen Butler come out of the game, so... Well, they call a timeout now, so who knows? Okay, we're going to bring up that last run here. Wasai comes around to the right. Tries to dive for the first down, and he gets hit in midair. Dave Clark took his feet right out from underneath him. There, you can see that. He took him right out from underneath.
Okay, we've got 3 minutes and 19 seconds to go, and we got a 4th and a foot with Weston preparing to punt here. Nope, they're going to go for it, Ed.
They're going to go for it.
Big play if
So
Hopkinton
you know
can
that
stop
you
them.
got to go right there for side. He's going to try and go right up the middle.
And they got the first down.
Where was Neil Perry? He backed off the line. You know he's going to take the ball. I mean, you got a 6-inch guy there. I mean, a 6-inch thing for the first. You know it's a quarterback sneak.
Well, I hate to say it, but that sends them a message.
That's right.
On 4th and 1 that
You ain't.
and they're
You're going to have to focus in on us and play your game.
that's right. Okay, to the ball. Now we get a legal procedure on the play, so it's nobody's ball. It'll be Weston 5 yards back. 1st and 15 now.
Well, see, that's too bad that happened because they would have had him back there. It would have still been 2nd and 15.
Well, in legal procedure, they're gonna if they can stop the play before it gets off, they call it a blow and throw.
Right.
So they'll stop the play. But that would have been a big play if Hopkinton had recovered that play. They could have, declined the penalty. So it brings up 1st and 15. Butler taking a snap out of the shotgun. He's going around the left side.
They had a motion there.
Yeah, we've got a flag down on the play, and we got a loose ball.
So what are they calling?
Oh, it's probably in the area of clipping or a hold.
Yeah, but you see, if you see what's happening here, it's just the opposite. Weston is eating up the clock. There's 2 minutes and 35 seconds left in the first quarter. And they've been down on that 10-yard line, it seems like, for about 5 minutes.
Okay, and that's a spot foul, so that's going to bring it back 10 yards from the spot. So Hopkinton would be advised to take the penalty here.
Well, I noticed out there that Keith Lee and Scott Glassman were both playing, and I read in the papers that Keith Lee might have a broken rib and Scott has a twisted ankle. And one of the local policemen let Keith Lee borrow his flak jacket, or bulletproof vest or whatever, if you want to call, for the game. So he's out there wearing bulletproof.
Okay, it's going to be Hopkinton declining the penalty. They're bringing up 2nd and 12 on the carry. Butler picked up only 3 yards. Give us to fake us to Johnson and pitches out to the tailback, number 32.
Goes nowhere. He runs that. He runs that option very well. I still thought the fullback had the ball.
Right, I did too. Pitched it out to Irving for no gain on the play. Actually, it's a loss of about 2 yards. It'll bring up 3rd and 14.
Oh, he split one end out.
Okay, it's Butler around the right side. He breaks it. He's gone. There ain't nobody gonna catch him.
Nobody. 98 yards. No, 90.
Now he's just in ultra glide. He get to the corner on that play.
He's gone.
And he was gone. I mean, Hopkinton's cornerback didn't even have a prayer.
Once you get out around that corner, forget it. You know, they have him stuffed down there, and then one little mistake and poof. Okay, here we go. Let's see if we can stop the points and stay in the ball game.
Got a fumble, loose ball, and it's going to be no extra points again, so it's only going to be 12-0 with 1:44 to go in the first quarter.
Okay, so Hopkinton's playing well. It's just the one play, and now they got to move it, but they haven't been able to move it.
Well, you can't take nothing away from Butler.
No.
He's a good athlete. Looks like he's limping a little bit, but I'll tell you, he got to that corner, and he was just gone.
That's right. He got around that corner, and there was no catching him.
All right, so we've got Hopkinton setting up to receive the ball, and again, back deep, we get Flannery, Aswad, and Hurd.
We need a big gain, big play here. Whether it's on the kickoff or in this drive, but we need to sustain something.
It's probably going to take us to the, the second quarter to get the, Weston's offense down. Butler just does a very good job of faking to his fullback and to any one of his backs. All right, the ball's going to be fielded by Aswad at the 20-yard line.
I don't know why that ball wasn't caught in the air.
And he breaks it out to the 37, 38-yard line.
I don't know why those three guys were standing there. One of them guys should have been up catching that ball on a full gallop.
Well, I mean, I don't like to say it in the first quarter of a game, but Hopkinton looks a little flat.
They look very flat. The defense is playing well, but not with the intensity that they had last week. Their offense has no intensity whatsoever.
They've really got to come out here and, put something together here. We get Libby calling the signals with Shirley and Diana. They give us to Diana, and he's got about a 3-yard gain over the left side. How's the interior line looking? Are they getting to their blocks and making things happen, or is it just...
Well, it seems as though they're just a half a step behind right now. They just have to get it in gear, step it up a little bit, that's all. I noticed there are 15 of them down here. He's getting a little training. He must have a pull muscle or pull hamstring or something.
Working on his hamstring down below us. Okay, pitches and
inside handoff
to
goes
Jason
nowhere.
Flannery, and he's stuffed.
Okay, we're going to look at that last touchdown. Sorry, Butler. Okay, here it is. If you notice, they go right after the fake on the pitch man. And then he gets around the corner and he's gone.
All right, and we're back live here with 40 seconds to go in the quarter. Give again, fake it, and Libby rolls to his left, and he's got Aswan. He overthrows him. Each time that we've had the a pass play, it's just been overthrown by 5 yards or so.
Right. But if you notice, he was there. Plus, Brian had a lot of room to run. I mean, he's standing there. There's nobody around him. He had this whole open field. He could have run for a first down. Now they have to kick it.
Okay, we got Pepe at his own 30-yard line doing the kicking duties. With 4th and 5 to go. It's a good snap, and he's got the boot off. He's got a good kick. We get clock down there to coverage. And it's going to be downed by Keith Lee at the 25-yard line with about 32 seconds to go in the first quarter.
It's going to be a battle. These guys better start getting their heads screwed on straight and get ready to play.
Okay, so we got Butler and Weston taking over at the
Kim went back in, number 50.
21-yard line, leading the contest right now, 12-0.
See, they don't even have to tell him to play because on the option, he blocks the same man, whether it's right or left. You know, he just blocks the same man. It's right in front of him.
Okay, we're going to see what happens. He pitches it out to number 32. Number 23 will take that back, Montalvo, on the carry for Weston on the left side of the line again, and picks up enough for the first down.
You know, they got to pick up that pitch, man. Got to get him sooner than that. They got to get him when he just as he gets the pitch.
I mean, it's an exciting football team to watch, Weston.
Yeah. Hey, if that option is run well, look how tight his backfield is to him. I mean,
give this to Montalvo, take that back Irving, and he's dragged down on the right side by Clark.
Clark comes up with another big play. I mean, game after game, he has big plays.
And we got the first quarter expiring with Weston leading 12-0.
Well, they got their center, number 50. He's got a little bit of a limp to him. I mean, they were working on his hamstring. You know, you work him over a little bit, then maybe he gets tired. He's a big part of their offense. You know, he's almost as big as Cy Butler. He doesn't get the press or anything like that. But he's been snapping the ball for Cy for around 3 years.
I mean, Weston's offense is potent. But again, Hopkinton is just as potent too. They just got to get their, all the gears are going to start meshing and working together.
Yeah, and if you look at the Weston defense, you can see what he's done. He has adjusted his defense to come up on the run. If you're going to beat this team, you got to put it up. Unless you loosen up his defensive backs by hitting a couple of passes, they're going to be right up there looking for the run the whole game.
Right. I mean, you'd be foolish to think that you're going to come into this ball game and not see 30 points.
Right. On either
scored on either team.
Right. So here we go, getting ready.
Yeah, number 50 is really doing some serious limping. He looks like he's maybe pulled his hamstring.
Oh, we need some penetration up front. You know, those three defensive linemen, Paul Flannery, Stu Soers, and Keith Lee, have to get some penetration to screw up, to make him either pitch early or keep the ball.
Okay, we've got Butler taking the snap. He stumbles, he drops back to pass, and he's got number 3. It's going to be nice play by Bill Mosier on the pass defense. The intended receiver was Gutelius, another one of the captains. Butler is the other captain along with Kim.
Did you see Keith Lee bury Cy Butler at the end?
No, I didn't see that. I was watching the ball. That's why we've got you doing the color.
I mean, he buried him.
Can he take a hit?
Oh, he can definitely take a hit. He jumped right back up.
Okay, we got Montalvo in motion, and Butler carrying around the left side. And
gets too many yards, man. What leg drive he has.
Took about 4 guys to carry him down. And
that's a first down. No, it isn't.
Yeah, it's going to be short of the first, but hey, what's 4th on the foot to Weston? On their own 9-yard line, they went for it. So
now you know who's getting it. Well, let's see if you can get the linebackers up there.
There it is, Butler.
There it is.
And it looks like they stopped him.
Oh, they're going to give him at the point of the ball. His knee hit before the point of the ball. Terrible call. That's the first choke on a zebra today. They're giving him the first down without even a measurement.
Well, I agree with you on that call. His knee was down.
That was terrible. His knee was down, then he fell forward. Terrible call.
Okay, the give is to Johnson over the right side. Boy, if we can get one of the cameras to really zero in on Butler and Johnson there, you can really see that he tucks that ball right in there. It's not a...
He leaves it in there for a long time.
He leaves it in there for a long time, and then he just pulls it right back out.
It's almost like he has the ball in the fullback's midsection, and he's looking to see what's in front of the fullback, and if somebody there, he just pulls it out.
I mean, that fullback can't be more than a half a yard off of the Cy Butler. Okay, here's the option. And the end got sucked in.
Okay, we got a penalty flag. Let's see what that's all about.
Dave Clark had taken way inside. Dangerous with Butler running that option. I mean, his trailer was right there.
Butler on the carry, pushed out of bounds.
We do have a flag down. We got holding on the offense.
Okay, let's push him back.
Well, maybe that's how they get all their yards.
Holding?
Holding?
I don't think so.
Well, that's the second time today that call's been made around that end. As we get the referee marching off the yardage, so it's going to bring...
I still can't get over that referee's call, the last one. Yeah, that bugs me.
It's going to be about 2nd and 20. With a little bit, about 8 minutes and 40 seconds to go in the second period. Weston is still leading. They're out of the wishbone.
Full wishbone, yeah.
Okay,
Come on, you got to make some penetration. He's going to get stuffed.
He was down.
Yeah, but look, see where he's down. Now, that time there, his knee hit there, and that's where he's putting the ball. You know?
Well,
he's got to be consistent.
One thing about... I am taking the referee class. We'll probably never wear the stripes. I'm just taking it for the information on the game. But one of the things they tell you is you can't blow the whistle unless you see the ball. And I think what's happening here is the referees are being faked out just as much as we are up here in the booth. Okay, we got Butler dropping back to pass. Intended receiver is picked off by Pepe.
Yeah,
big play.
Brian.
There you go. All right, Brian's down just over Weston's 44-yard line. There was a blown pass route there by the intended receiver, Montalvo.
And they got some pressure in on side, a little bit of pressure.
And Pepe played a very good defensive cornerback position there and picked it off. So that's going to be about 4 this year for Brian.
What do you think? Shall we run the fade? Okay, here we go. We're going to look at the interception. Okay, there it is. Brian, he's just stepped. It was an poorly thrown ball, underthrown. Brian steps up, makes a nice run back. Slipped and fell to his knee, you know. Then he thought he could get up and run again.
The other thing that's happening here is Weston isn't coming out set up in a defense. Now, I don't know if this is something they've been doing all along, but this confuses people there. See, they're all playing people.
They're all playing a certain man, you're right.
That's what they're doing. They're waiting to see what Hopkinton comes out with an offense. Okay, they give this to Diana over the left side. Now he's picking up about 6 yards.
Now, do you see what happened? They put the big backfield. They put the big backfield in. Then they unbalanced the backfield to the one side, and they run behind them. But the big backfield, I mean, is Paul Flannery at fullback, Jason at wing, and Joe at the tail. You see, they ran this before.
Okay, now Hopkinton comes out in the power left. Give us to Diana, and we got procedure probably called here on Hopkinton, so his flag's down.
I don't know. Do you think there was too many men on the line of scrimmage, not enough in the backfield?
No, it just looked like somebody left just a step too early here.
You know, they can't do those mistakes.
It's dead ball, and that's what it is. It's procedure on Hopkinton, so that's going to bring them back 5 yards.
You know, you get a nice 7-yard run, and you know, you get 5 yards back.
But you just said it. He got 7 yards. The first carry got 6 yards. So there's, you know.
They can get it. They just got to sustain something, work it all together.
Hopkinton hasn't shown the Buffalo, I'll call it the Buffalo or the big backfield, hasn't shown it since the first of the year. And again, Hopkinton comes out with the power left. The give is behind
Hand
Flannery.
Off to Jason, up the middle.
So it's the tandem, Flannery and Flannery. He was down. So we get Paul Flannery now at fullback, Diana at the tail, and Jason at the wingback, and Jason just followed up in behind his brother Paul and picked up, enough yardage to bring him back to a respectable 3rd and 4.
Even though he was down and they all went for that ball, Paul come up with it again. How many fumbles has he recovered so far this year?
I don't know. He's going to be working on 5, 6, or 7 fumbles. Okay, we can hop in with the big backfield again. The handoffs to Diana.
First down.
And he looks like he got the first down, but we're going to wait on the spot here.
Yeah, see if he stiffs us.
All right, we got first. All right, so Hopkinton comes out with the first sustained drive of the game for Hopkinton, and we get 6 minutes and 2 seconds to go in the second quarter. And Weston looks quite confused.
Right. Well, they haven't used this offense really until last year. Since last year. They haven't used it since last year.
Okay, they give us to Diana again, following behind the block, and a Paul Flannery over the left side. You're going to pick up another 4 or 5 yards. Bring up second and about 6. The official clock is giving us 2nd and 7. But how long can they keep this up, Ed?
They can keep this up quite a while.
Okay, we still got, now we've got an extra added addition. We got Soares in the backfield with Flannery and Diana.
This is the one they've been practicing. But they got too much line penetration.
Yeah.
If you're going to run like that with Soares and everything in there, these guys have got to they got to move up.
Yeah, they got to pick up the extra blocking that you lose when you take him off the line.
Right.
Okay, that'll bring up 3rd and 7, so there's no gain on the play.
So now they have 3rd and 7. They get their big backfield in there again.
What do they do with Shirley? Do they put him up on the line? Is that the...
I think he's out. They ran to the other side. Joe's got a little room.
Nice blocking by Paul Flannery. And he's going to be just enough for the first down,
Just enough for the first down.
Boy, I'll tell you, Paul made an awesome block.
That was an excellent block.
He not only hit one guy, but then he went right back and picked up a second guy.
Now this is staying on the drive.
They sprung Joe loose for the, to pick up enough yardage for the first down.
This is exactly what they need to sustain a drive. I mean, they're not running their basic offense that they've been running the whole season, but you got to make adjustments. They're in a power I formation.
Okay, they give us to Diana over the right side, and he picks up another 2 or 3 yards on the carry. One thing I don't like to see is Joe going for that extra foot with the ball hanging out there.
Yeah, and our offensive end on this side can't just watch the play. He's got to try and block somebody.
On the right side is...
I mean, I looked out there, and all he did was just watch the people run up the middle.
Okay, we got Libby coming in to call the signals.
They're supposed to be shuffling the quarterbacks this week. That's what I was told between Brian Libby and Brian Pepe.
We'll just call them Brian and Brian.
Right.
We'll never get it wrong. Okay, we got Libby calling the signals. Flannery, Soares, and Diana in the backfield, and Joe gets a nice block again by Flannery and Soares and picks up just shy of a first down. They're going to be about 3rd.
Yeah, he's about 1 yard.
About a foot, 3rd and a yard. We'll get timeout on Weston.
He's 1 yard shy.
Well,
See now what happens here is if they were covering a man on defense, they're all assigned a man, and you switch your whole backfield, who do they get?
That's right. I mean, they're totally messed up here. They don't know what to do now.
Okay, we're going to look at this run again. Okay, we just got Stu Soares and Paul Flannery in the backfield lead blocking for Joe.
Okay, we get some technical difficulties here with the replay. We lose the replay.
We start looking at the replay and then it disappeared on us.
So if you're seeing it at home, we'll tell you what happens. Soares and Flannery lead the way for Diana and pick up just shy of the first down.
So they got 2 plays to go 1 yard.
And
let's keep it on the ground.
They've got ball just shy of the 10-yard line. And Hopkinton seems like it's the team this year that,
if they can make adjustments. If they can make adjustments at each game and make enough adjustments to win each game, then, that's what you have to do.
Right.
Now they just have to make a big enough adjustment to stop Cy on that option.
Hopkinton took the ball over with about 8 minutes to go in the second quarter, and we're now at 3:06. So this is accomplishing what the Hopkinton coaching staff wanted by controlling the ball. To give us to Diana again over the left side. He breaks it through to the middle. He's just brought down just shy of the goal line. So I would stick with the big backfield. Seems to be working.
Right.
They've eaten 5 minutes up on the clock.
And if you notice, Dan Shirley, I just noticed, is up there at left tackle.
That's what I thought I saw.
Now out comes Kim again, number 50.
Yeah, he's really hurting.
He's definitely hurting.
He's
That
gone.
would be a big blow.
His hamstring is gone.
That would be a big blow.
Yeah, we
They
got
lose him.
Libby coming up, taking the snap, and still at the big backfield. And they give us a Diana right over the right side. And we got a late flag called. And it's usually not good indication from the referee.
Oh, and it's a late flag on the pile. It could be, who knows?
That's right. It's either way,
Face
it's
mask.
a face mask, and it's going to be against Weston. And that'll be half the distance if Hopkinton takes it.
Well, you always take it because it gives you a first down.
Right. Well, depending on what variety. If it's an incidental, it's only 5 yards.
Well, we're down within the 5, so it's only half anyways.
Yeah. Okay, it was only a 5.
This should be a quarterback sneak with the big backfield hitting the guards and pushing the whole pile into the end zone. And then the points. The point is so very important here.
That's right.
Let's get the touchdown first.
Let's get the score, right. 2 minutes and 31 seconds to go in the second quarter, with Weston leading 12 to what looks like Hopkinton going in for the score on this play. And that's what it's going to be. Diana over the left side behind the blocking of Flannery and Soares, and they put it in the end zone.
That's their type of football. Heads up, bang it out,
And run it down their gut.
That's it.
There you go.
I was going to say throat, but you know.
Well, gut, throat, it's all the same.
But here we go. Now the point is a big, big play.
All right, we've got Holden, number 11, setting up to do the kicking. And we got Flannery doing the holding duties.
Keith Lee is the snapper now. He, like I said, he's got sore ribs, so that
Good
could be
clean snap. The pick is up.
no good.
And we got no good on the kick.
See, that's a
Wide
big,
right.
big play.
Well, it looked like the wind really got into that.
It was a big
ball.
play in the Weston game because we would have been winning 7-6 towards the end of the game, and you coach different when you're ahead as opposed to tie. But hey, they're back in the ball game. Now all they're going to do is turn up their defense. It seems as though when they put the big backfield in, it got everybody motivated, and they started to move, and now it's time to go. Okay, we're going to have a replay of the touchdown here. Here we go. They come up to the ball. And if you notice, he follows right in behind his big backfield. Oh, we just lost it.
So we definitely don't have the replay working. We get about 2 seconds into the replay, and then it cuts out on us. That's all right. We're back live anyways, and we've got Shirley lining up to kick. Back deep is number 32, Irving, and number 2, Butler.
You know he ain't kicking
They ain't kicking
it
it to
deep.
Butler.
I kick it out of bounds. Give it to him to 35 before I kick it to him.
Okay, and here we go.
They
We got
kick
the
it down his way. I don't believe it.
Butler's going to field it. He touched the ball, so it's a live ball.
I hate it when they do that because then the next thing you know,
20 yard
wow.
And he just got walloped.
I don't know who hit him, but man, they let
All
him
I
know
saw
he was
was
there.
his head snap back. He gets right up though, like there's nothing doing.
He is an athlete. I mean, he is one heck of an athlete.
Well, whoever hit him gave him a serious lick.
Well, you know, like I was referring to, though, he's such a good athlete that you can contain him, and all of a sudden, boom.
Okay, let's see what happens here. We've got Weston out here with no center. We got number 50, Kim, the starting center, and he's also a captain, plays nose guard for the Wildcats. He's out with an injury.
And that could be a big, big play.
Yeah, especially right now. I mean, you know what I would be doing is, I would be looking for Weston to, fumble the snap here, because Butler didn't have any time to work on snaps. He was out playing defense.
That's right. You get a new guy in there. I'm sure Kim has been in there the whole season.
Number 66, Whitridge, the center, 6'2", 180. He's a junior, so he hasn't seen any duty because Kim's been the starting center for the last
3 years.
3 years, anyways. And we got Stu Soares right on top of him, so let's see what happens. Clean snap to give us to Johnson.
Ball.
And it's
Hopkinton's
covered
ball.
by Stu Soares. What a play!
That's a big play.
All right, with 2:06 to go in the second quarter, we have an awesome hit and a fumble recovery by 62 Soares. Man, if the replay would ever work, it'd be the perfect time to see that one again.
That's what you need. You needed that big play. They do fumble a lot, so you got to capitalize on it when you get it.
It looked like, there we go, we're going to see this play right here. Okay, we get the timeout called by Hopkinton. Looks like there's some confusion there as to what's going on. But again, this is bringing back shades of the Hopkinton-Bellingham game. Okay, let's see who makes the stick here, Ed, on the play.
Well, it's Kevin Holgram over the center there.
Okay, it's not Soares.
Stu Soares makes a fumble recovery, but he holds on to it just too long. And
Number 59 was the guy who hit him, Perry.
And he holds on to it just a hair too long, and when the fullback starts to make contact with somebody, he tried to pull it out, and they just fumbled it. Yes, we did.
Yes, definitely. Okay, so we've got Hopkinton taking a timeout with 2 minutes and 6 seconds to go in the half. Weston leading 12-6. Hopkinton's ball at their Weston's 21-yard line. So Hopkinton will come back out, hopefully in the big backfield again, Ed?
Well, I don't see him changing things now. It worked from the last score. He's not going to change it now.
This would give Hopkinton the ball for basically 8 minutes out of the second quarter. Keeping the ball out of the hands of Weston, which is what they want to do.
Right, but it did take a long time to score last time, remember.
No, we've got Flannery in the back.
He's running that play again. That was a good play.
Joey's doing some serious running there. He gets bounced off of one tackler and keeps his feet moving and spins out and picks up another 3 or 4 yards.
Okay. And you noticed who missed the tackle?
No, I didn't, but you'll tell me.
Yeah, it was Butley come in a little too high and didn't wrap, which is great.
Okay, we've got Hopkinton with 2nd and 3 to go. Just under 2 minutes. We got Flannery Soares at the 2 fullback and wingback and Diana at the tailback. To give his to Diana following Flannery and Soares up to the 6-yard line of Weston. It'll bring up a first down, 1st and goal.
I see another one out there limping for Weston, number 65. He's a big boy too. How much does he weigh?
65, Ken Muhammad. He's 6'3", 215. Boy, they're growing him big. All throughout high school football.
You were up one line. He's 230.
I'm sorry, 230.
So you know they probably padded a little bit, so he's probably about 235, 240.
Come on, stand him up!
I tell you, it looks like the high school kids are getting bigger and bigger. Either that or I'm shrinking. Diana over the right side. He's going to be up to about the 3-yard line. He's going to be short of the goal line. It'll bring up 2nd and goal. They got plenty of time. Minute and 19 seconds.
I don't know. I think I'd be using my timeouts.
Okay, so the ball is resting just on the 5-yard line with 2nd and goal. Hopkinton knocking on the door here to tie the ball game.
Here they go to Diana.
All right, now what's happening is...
Jimmy Stewart up there, up the middle.
Yep.
The center. They're making the slant.
Okay,
he's still letting it tick away. I don't believe he's not using his timeouts.
Okay, we got 37 seconds to go. I hope the coaches are looking at the clock over there to see what we got for time.
What, are we going to run out of time? We figures maybe fourth down.
27 seconds to go. I mean, let's go. I just want one of the coaches over there looking at the clock, and they're going to start calling a timeout. They're going to get this play off 19 seconds.
They could have been called for motion.
Back to Aswad. He's got to get back. He's got to get out of bounds. He does. He's going to be behind the line of scrimmage. It's going to bring up 4th and about 8 for the touchdown.
You got to kick the field goal. Kick the field goal, take the points. Your 4th and 8, you already had your field goal kicker last week, kick a 30-yarder.
Okay, we get number 44 coming out for Weston doing some serious limping too. All right, we get 9 seconds to go in the period with the ball.
I don't see no field goal kicker.
No, I don't see one either. And Hopkinton going for it with 4th and 11 for a touchdown. They need to score. So this will be the last play of the half. Get Libby dropping back, and he's finding some trouble. He just throws the ball down into the ground. And
I'm telling you.
We'll leave 3 seconds on the clock. We got a flag on the play.
Intentional grounding. But I don't like the call. Why do we try the field goal? He's down in there close. Let's give him a shot.
That was what the call was intentional grounding. It'll be a loss of down. Problem is that it's a loss of down plus yardage.
Right.
And it's 15 yards.
So they're going to move the ball up 15. You figure 3 seconds.
From the original line of scrimmage. Oh, sorry, it's only 5 yards. Well, maybe that's what it is. It's loss of down and only 5.
Well,
so
it was 4th down anyways.
1st and 10 with the ball on the 20-yard line for Weston, and Butler's just going to take it into the halftime, leading 12-6 the Wildcats. So Hopkinton comes back and scores 6 points, eats up about 8 minutes on the clock.
And those last 2 plays, I didn't like at all.
Well, they just couldn't punch it in with 1st and goal on the 5-yard line. So let's see, they're going to go back into the locker rooms and regroup both teams.
Well, I seriously think last week they gave Marty a shot to kick the field goal from 25 yards out. That's where you were there. Give him a shot. 3 points. Take the shot.
Well, I think, we'll have to see what happens. I agree with you. You should have given him the shot to kick it. But we'll find out what happens when they come out in the second half. So we're going to wrap it up here with the Wildcats leading 12-6. And we'll see you in the second half. The Hillers receiving the ball, and Weston kicking, obviously, leading this contest 12-6. And Ed, what do you think? First half comments?
Yes, I think first half they come out a little dead. Hopkinton come out a little dead, and then the second quarter they started to get into the flow of the game, and it just took a while.
Okay, and back deep for Hopkinton receiving the ball is number 9, and Aswad's going to take the ball in his own 15-yard line, bringing it up through the middle of the field. He breaks the tackle. He's got 2 guys to beat. He's over the halfway mark of the field, and he's still going. He brings it down to the 43-yard line.
That's what they needed.
So he brings it back from what looks like to be about the 5 or the 6-yard line, all the way to the 43, getting up a little slow. Steve Aswad, 84. Beautiful, beautiful run. All right, so Hopkinton didn't come out flat, that's for sure. So they'll have a ball 1st and 10 at the Wildcat 43-yard line.
That's the play they needed.
Boy, I thought he was going to break that.
And he had a blocker for Cy Butler, because if you get by him, he's going to chase you down.
Right.
But he had the block, and that's all he needed.
Okay, do you think they're going to come back out in the big backfield?
Yep, he's got it all lined up, ready to go.
All right, let's see if Weston adjusted to it, and if Hopkinton's going to come up with a little more different play calling. It's back to Diana around the left side. He's going to bring up about 2 yards on the play.
2 yards or 1 yard?
So for the last 6 or 7 minutes of the second period, it was Diana right, Diana left, falling behind the blocking of Soares and Flannery.
Now, if you notice the safety is coming right up. This is when you run the fake handoff, and then the pass. Look at how close he plays up. He's almost like a linebacker. He sucks right up on the run.
Okay, they give us to Diana over the right side, and he's brought down well short of a first down, bringing up 3rd and 8.
Look at Paul Flannery's limping pretty bad, don't they? It might be a little hurt.
I think somebody landed on him. He got up off some guy, number 44. Yeah, 44 from Weston, landed on him, and hopefully it won't be a bad injury, something that he can't shake off. So we got 3rd and 8, the ball just on the 40-yard line, and they give this to Diana around the left side, and he's going to be well short of the first, picking up only about 2 or 3 on the play.
Well, they made a couple of adjustments, but they haven't seemed to move it just right yet.
I don't know, the linesman on this side over here, referee went reaching for his flag. Looked like he was going to call offsides on the defense, but then he put his hand back away from it.
This referee is a big choke artist.
So we got Hopkinton coming out punting, and Hurd better get up on the line or he's going to be called. Okay, the snap was away and it's good. Pepe gets off the kick and
Kicks off a
it's going to be out of bounds at the
Whoa, got a good roll.
28 or 26-yard line. Boy, he was very generous on the spot there.
Yeah, we only got about a 15-yard kick.
Okay, so Butler and Weston is going to take over at the 26-yard line. And let's see if Hopkinton's defense can come out and stuff them. Okay, we got the same cast of characters out here. Butler at the quarterback and Johnson at the fullback.
Fumble. Hopkinton's
Ball is picked up by Paul Flannery.
I'm sorry, but there's no contest when you go down for a ball for him. Not lately.
Feed him footballs for
I don't know.
breakfast?
That's his second fumble recovery today. Well, the last one was they called him down.
So we got Hopkinton taking over at the 27-yard line. Again, what it looks like is it's the exchange between Butler and Johnson, the fullback. Butler is trying to play too much of a game here with the ball, and
right.
They're hitting right at the same time that he's trying to take the ball out.
Right.
Okay, so Hopkinton comes back out with the power backfield. They give this to Diana around the right side. He breaks a couple of tackles.
Come on, Joey, run.
And he's to the...
There you go. What a beautiful run.
20-yard line. Past the 20, he's down to the 15-yard line, and it'll be enough for a first down.
I guess he got the hint, huh?
Well, we still haven't had a booth donated to us, and we're still calling from the sidelines here. And
so sometimes we got to play policeman and give somebody a boot in the fanny to get him out of the way.
You can say rear end.
Yeah. Okay, now we're starting to move a little bit. Now maybe that fumble recovery is giving them what they need.
Okay, we still got a lot of time in the third quarter here. We got Flannery and Diana in the backfield. And
Number 71.
Joe's going to be dragged down at the line of scrimmage or a little bit behind.
Where is that 71 lining up? I think he's lining up at nose guard. Let's see where he lines up.
Number 71 for Weston, Nick Madden.
No, he's a middle linebacker.
So he must be just shooting the gaps. Hopkinton needs a nice counter play here.
See, he's just playing center field and he shoots right in the gap.
There's the counter play. Right there, Weasel breaks it outside, and he's in for the score.
Touchdown, beautiful
play. Nice play.
Nice counter play, and that's what they needed.
All right, for you people at home, Weasel is Jason Flannery. Sometimes we give these guys some nicknames, but what we wanted was what we got. We needed a counter play, and that's what we got. That's because number 71 is going for it.
That's right. He got sucked in, and boom, he was gone. This is the big play. These extra points are so big, it's unbelievable.
All right, so we've got a tie ball game with 6 minutes and 37 seconds to go. Holden doing the kicking. Clean snap. He gets it up, and it's good. So we've got Hopkinton leading 13-12. And we've got a stunned Weston Wildcat football team, folks.
Now, what they need to do is shut down their offense 3 plays and out, and then take control of the game with their offense, Hopkinton's offense.
So next week we'll be bringing you Make the Call.
You got any play you want at home, write it in.
Send it to the Hopkinton Cable studio.
And we'll pass it along to the coach.
Because we don't know whether what he'll do with it from there.
Make an airplane. But that was a beautiful call. I mean, he sets up the power. He sets up the power, and then he runs the counter. And that's right, you did call it before the play.
I did call it before the play.
He needs the counter, and he bang. It was there. It was great.
Well, you know what they say, great minds think alike. All right, with 6 minutes and 37 seconds to go in the third quarter, we have Hopkinton now taking the lead and set to kick off. Well, we get the balls off the tee, so we've got Danny's going to line it back up. Back deep for Weston is Butler, number 2, and number 32, Irving. And here we go. Danny's going to kick it off, and it's going to be fielded by number 25, and he's going to down it at his 32, 33-yard line.
Geez, you should let it go out of bounds. He would have got it to 35.
Gallagher was the player from Weston that just received the ball.
They must be schooled if it doesn't go deep and you catch the ball to go right down. Because even on the onside kick, at the beginning of the game when he caught it in the air, he dropped right to his knees.
All right, so let's see if the Hopkinton defense can come back out and pull in another stellar performance. Okay, Butler around the right side, and he's dragged down by Stu Soers. Only picking up 2 yards on the carry, so they'll bring up 2nd and 8.
That's what they need. They got to have their front men, nose guard, 2 defensive tackles, take control of the line of scrimmage, make penetration so that he either pitches it or he's going to go down.
Okay, we get Weston out in the wishbone. Give us to the fullback. Johnson was met real hard at the line of scrimmage by number 59, Perry.
Perry slapped the old leather on that play. Took him straight back. Okay, folks, we're going to run a replay of the touchdown that was scored. Okay, here it is. If you notice, I think Paul pulls and sets up the block. Look at that. He pulled. Beautiful. Nice inside trap block.
And we're back to live action, and we got Butler. See you later, folks. Made a couple of nice moves, and he's in for the score.
And I don't see no flags. Oh, I see the ref. He's throwing one down. I saw the coach throw his hat down, so I kind of thought he was mad, and there might have been some type of call, but I guess not. Well, he is unbelievable to watch.
Okay, well, he got, running the option again out of the bone, and he just got around to the left side and broke one tackle. And I'll tell you, the guys in the defensive backfield maybe take a couple of steps back.
Really? You think so?
Yeah, because he gets to that corner so fast that it just doesn't look like looks like they're flat-footed when they get to him. He can't be that fast.
It's taking an awful long time. It's taking an awful long time here. They call it timeout?
Yeah, they must have...
timeout for the extra point?
Yeah. Got to figure out what he wants to do here. Does he want to go for 2 or does he just want to kick? I don't know whether they kick anyways.
He's definitely going to go for 2.
Well, this is more like what I figured the game to be. I'll score 1, you score 1.
Right, whoever has the ball last wins. But we shouldn't let him score so quick.
No, not in, what was it, 2 plays, 3 plays?
3 plays, yeah. Hey, and that was 3rd down. If they had stopped him there, he would have had to kick it.
Well, they punted once today with that quick kick. Okay, here we go. Butler in the wishbone. Goes around to his right, and looks like he's going to be dragged down.
He's not going to make it.
No good. Very important points.
That's right. All it takes is a touchdown, and you're back in the lead.
I'll tell you, he's a much different ball player when he's going for short yardage.
Right. It's strictly, I'm going to get it in.
He becomes more of a power back.
Right.
As opposed to, you know.
But and when you get down in that situation, he's not going to give it up.
No.
It's like I said at the beginning of the game. He's looking for the big school. He's going to put it in the end zone. I'm going to get the extra point. So you almost know who to go after.
All right, we get back deep for Hopkinton for receiving. Number 84, Steve Aswad. And number 7, Jeremy Hurd. Number 9, Jason Flannery. Looks like Weston can't afford a tee.
That's right, they keep borrowing our tee. Yeah, how long was that last touchdown run?
I don't know. He took it at about the 27-yard line or whatever it was, 30 yards. It was about a 70-yard run, it looked like. Okay, there's the kick. It's deep. Looks like it's going to be fielded by Jason Flannery, number 9, at about his own 10-yard line. Take it up to midfield and brought down at the 21 or 31-yard line.
Okay, now it's time for their offense to go to work. Still plenty of time in the third quarter, over 5 minutes. I mean, it's just the beginning of the third quarter, it seems. We've got 2 touchdowns scored already.
So we get ball control for Hopkinton's offense coming up right here. It's still in the big backfield with Flannery and
whatever
Diana.
works.
And Libby got knocked down there on the play. He never even got the chance to get out of the area where he takes a snap.
Yeah. It looked like they were running that same play again that they scored a touchdown on.
So they'll lose a yard on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 11. Hopkinton can't afford to really have any mistakes made from here on in.
See, they got a designated area that they go to because their defense just sets up.
Okay, it gives to Diana over the right side. He picks up about 4 yards on the carry.
Yeah, a couple of bozos.
We could catch that, couldn't we? You got a car? A car? We need one to get them both ways.
So we've got 3rd down and 10. This should be about 3rd down and 8. We got Aswad wide right.
As we go.
And Flannery wide left. And we got Pepe taking the snaps, and he's looking all the way to Aswad. It's picked off. Up.
What did he call that? Incomplete, I think.
Yeah, it was incomplete. Geez, it looked like he picked it off from here.
From our angle, yes. He did. Oh, 4th down, they're kicking.
Then again, I'm looking through the hair of some spectator.
No. Good play. Saw the end zone, had a little feeling, saw the headlines.
Sometimes I feel like we're meant Bozo's Big Top.
I was going to say it, but I didn't want it.
Here we've got Pepe back doing the punting and gets off a nice punt. Butler is going to fair catch the ball at his own 33-yard line.
Okay, now it's up to Hopkinton's defense. They got to turn it on. I mean, they stop him for 2 plays and then they let him go. Boom, nice big run. I noticed one thing that Weston has is they have a trainer. I mean, that Kim, number 50, we thought he was done for the day, and there he is out there being the center again.
Well, the median income is only about 75 grand a year. We got Butler going up through the middle of the Hopkinton defense, picking up about 5 or 6 on the carry.
He's running right up the middle. These guys have got to tighten up. They got the ability. They showed it. They just got to do it.
Okay, we get Butler going around the right side again. And once he gets into the defensive backfield, it's not a good,
It's not a good
good
sign
spot to
whatsoever.
be.
So like I said in the last series, the defensive line has to control the line of scrimmage, and they're not doing it right now. They're getting blown away.
So right now they're not even sticking the ball into 45. It's just going to be Butler
They're
taking the carries.
right of an eye.
Here we go around the left again with Butler, and he's nailed by number 5, Libby, on a shoestring tackle.
If they don't get penetration from the defensive ends and make him pitch the ball, then he'll have a field day all day. We get a timeout here. White,
Taken
no,
by
Green.
Hopkinton. 2 minutes and 50 seconds.
Now, coach should be over there chewing some butt. Get these guys a little motivated here. I mean, they let him score that touchdown, and it's like all of a sudden now they lay down. They were 3 plays and out, and now they're going to lay down. Come on, you guys.
Yeah, they're definitely going to pick it up one step against this team.
That's right. I mean, they show they can stop it, and they show they can move the ball when they want to. Then they got to put it all together the rest of the game. That Kim, he's still got a definite limp out there. He'd be rubbing that hamstring pretty good.
Well, at this point, I think it's kind of crazy to be playing in that situation. Okay, we've got 1st and 10 on the ball on the 37-yard line. Weston again on the march, and it's Butler around the right side. And he's going to be met hard at about 2 yards into his carry.
Yep. You notice the defensive lineman shot the gap that time. He was in the backfield, but he shot the wrong gap.
Yeah, he got a piece of him, and then Clark tried to get a piece of him, and it looks like Clark left his shoes on the field.
If
Butler
you notice
is that quick.
Yeah, and Weston does run a kind of a hurry-up offense. They get in a huddle.
Butler again around the left side. Oh my God! Unbelievable.
I can't believe these guys are slowing up. Stick him. They're holding him up. They're giving the backs a free shot at him. Come along, clean his skull right off. You know what it is when you're holding a guy, you get him tackled. The guy ref doesn't blow the whistle. You give him a shoulder.
Especially on another, on a player like this guy, this guy's side. There we go.
Fumble
on the play. It's going to be recovered by Hopkinton. So we get to be a little bit, so we say, looking for the right word.
I guess we got to say the magic word, and then we get it what we want, right?
Choke. He choked. Trying to be a little flip, I guess is the word to say.
Yeah, well, sometimes when you're in that situation, you want to make it happen every single play. Okay, we're going to show this one again. Here we go. Here comes the fumble. See, this is one where he should have been ill-fated. He tried to pitch it with one hand while he was pushing somebody off. He'd have been better off keeping it.
Okay, we got Aswad wide right. 1st and 10 on the ball on the 25-yard line to give this to Diana.
They're just keying on that power backfield now. He's got to put the ball up a little bit. Complete a couple of passes.
No, that was to Shirley on the carry.
I think it would be nice to come back to that pass play that they had earlier in the game where he overthrew Jason. You know, like you say, Cy likes to come up. When he thinks it's a run, he likes to come up and make the hit. Give him the fake, and then throw the ball up over the top.
Okay, we got Aswad wide right.
There's a pass.
Pass play.
No place to go. He takes off.
He picks up about 7 or 8 yards on the carry.
Might be close enough for the first. Now, if they blew the whistle for him, he's got to come out of the game for a play.
If they take an injury timeout, he has to come out.
Well, they're sending somebody in for him anyways. Here he is. He's coming out now.
32, Irving. He's going to come out for a play. And
well, this is the guy you go after. Number 9. Put it up.
okay, it'll bring 3rd and 1 for the first down. With 57 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter, we need just 1 yard. Joey Diana on the carrier on the left side. Looks like it's going to be close.
I don't know.
He may have lost yards on the play.
What? He should
It
have
is
followed.
fourth.
Should have
It is
followed his
fourth.
backfield.
It's going to be 4th and a yard now, and Hopkinton sending in the punting crew.
You know, a lot of these plays on 4th and 1 stuff like, 3rd and 1. I love that QB sneak.
Yeah. Okay, we have Brian Pepe back doing the punting for Hopkinton. He gets off a good kick, and Butler looks like he's given a fair catch.
He was waving everybody to get away from it.
So the ball's going to be downed at the 29-yard line of Weston. So Butler will take 34-yard line. Check that, 34-yard line is where the ball will be taken over by Weston. And we get 3 seconds to go in the 3rd quarter. So this will be the last time that Weston has the wind at their back.
Right. I mean, we're still in the ball game. It's 18-13. But this 3rd quarter has been the Cy Butler show.
Okay, and that's it. It's now going to be the 4th quarter.
Now it's time for the Hopkinton Hillers show. 4th quarter. We'll switch quarters. They had it in the 3rd. We'll take it in the 4th. It's the same thing in the beginning of the game. They had it in the 1st quarter. We had it in the 2nd quarter.
Hopkinton needs to take the ball away right now. 3 plays and a punt. And, you know, not let Weston into the end zone.
That's right. They can't let them have any type of momentum, even though they've already got enough. Let's stuff them here, beginning of the 4th quarter, and get the ball back.
Not that I think there's going to be anything different. I think it's going to be the Butler show for Weston. Weston.
You know, I hate to see him on the other team because he is fun to watch.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. We're getting ready for the beginning of the 4th quarter.
And we got Skippy the Wonder Dog right next to us.
Need a cannon.
Like you said, we're only up here to have a good time.
That's it. This table must be a magnet, though, you know.
Or maybe it's us. Okay, we got Butler going around the right side, and he's going to be off to the races again along the sidelines.
I think he stepped out of bounds. At least to me, he looked like he stepped out of bounds. What?
Well, I can tell you this, the referee never even caught up to it.
I don't understand.
I don't know who's assigning the referees, but the certainly wouldn't have been these 2 guys.
Right. You don't assign a couple of buzzers to somebody that can run like crazy. Paul Flannery gets them in the backfield. That's what they need. They need some big plays like that. But it has to happen consistently, not just once every 3 or 4 plays.
So that'll be a loss on the play of about a yard. Bring up 2nd and 11. All right, we got Weston coming back out. 2nd and 11. Out of the wishbone.
Wishbone off to
around
the left.
and he's met hard at the line of scrimmage by Keith Lee. Well, maybe Lee was saving himself for the 4th quarter.
I hope so. It's Hopkinton's 4th quarter. They're a 4th quarter team.
And that's going to be 3rd and 11.
But if you notice the last two plays gets back to what I was talking about earlier. You shut down the option by defensive lineman penetration into the backfield.
Without over penetrating.
Right. Just break through the line and then set up.
Okay, got Butler coming around the right. Looks like he's going to pitch it, and he's going to be dragged down well short of the first down.
Keith Lee.
Picking up only about 2 or 3 yards on the carry.
He follows him down the line of scrimmage, and he makes his cut, and he runs right into him.
I would say right now, this is probably the most important play of the game. 4th and about 7. We're going to see whether they're going to punt.
No, I don't believe they'll punt. The defense has played pretty well. Ball's on the 40-yard line.
Out of the wishbone. Butler calling the signals for Weston.
Of course, this guy I haven't seen in the backfield before.
Okay, there it is. It's a
punt.
quick kick. Brian Pepe should get away from that football and not even be near it. We get the ball being downed at the 24-yard line of Hopkinton, so they'll take over 1st and 10 with 7 minutes and 50 seconds to go in the 4th quarter. And right now, this would be the perfect opportunity to just grind the ball downfield.
Put the score and ice it away.
And that's it.
This is the scenario that they need. 7 minutes, 50 seconds left.
After their last series of defense.
But if you remember, just when their first score, they ate up like 6-7 minutes of the clock before they put it in.
Okay, so we've got inside handoff to Diana over the middle of the field, and no gain on the play. We got Pepe calling the signals for Hopkinton. There'll be no gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Yep, he didn't move his stick at all.
Hey, the chain crew is going to drop a few pounds today. Okay, we've got Hopkinton with 2nd and 10. Pepe drops back to pass. His intended receiver is Jason Flannery, number 9. It's going to be picked off, almost picked off.
You know, that's a good call, but I don't understand why he cuts into the middle and lets the other cornerback cover over. It should be more down the side, wouldn't you think?
Yeah, unless that's the intended pattern.
I know it's probably the intended pattern, but it just seems as though when you're running your pass play, you're running away from one guy into the other.
I think what Pepe needs, I mean, he's got the time to do it. I think what he needs is just a pump fake, just to bring that guy up one step, because you know both Aswad and Flannery have been open on that pattern.
That's right.
Okay, it's 3rd and 10, and Pepe drops back again. The pass fakes the handoff to Diana. He drops uncorked it to Aswad. It's going to be picked off by number 3.
Stepped out of bounds. Number 2.
No, number 3.
No, that was number 2. Cy Butler picked that off.
Okay. So we get Weston taking over at the 49-yard line.
Just when we needed ball control. It's 3 plays and out.
Okay, so Weston takes over with the ball on the 47-yard line. Out of the wishbone, Butler calling signals for the Wildcats. Both Hopkinton linebackers going, and he's met by Scott Glassman in the backfield, but he breaks through, and he's gone.
There's a clip right there they didn't call.
There's a flag down on the play.
They caught the
clip. A little
clip.
showmanship by Mr. Butler.
Well, it's coming back because they caught the clip. It was a clean clip. They hit Brian Levy right on the side. No good. Coming back.
Okay, well, you can bring it back now. Goes on the sideline and gives his little
and the weird thing was,
a jump.
He didn't even have to throw the block because Cy was already past that. He was about 10 yards past it. He didn't need that block.
Well, I'll tell you, both Hopkinton linebackers were blitzing on the play, and Glassman had him in the backfield. But that kid has just got some sort of leg drive. All right, we're going to see this one again.
We'll have another look at this one.
And just watch as Glassman and I guess it's Perry are right up on the line going in. There they are.
And he's got him right there, but he doesn't hold on.
Now watch,
there's the clip.
The
right there's the clip. You can see that clear as a day.
And there's Butler going to do a little bit of extra skip, and we're back to live action here. And it's Butler around the right side, and Clark drags him down for about a 2-yard gain.
We got to get the defensive linemen. Still have to get that penetration. If they want to stop that, the defensive line has to get in the backfield.
So it's going to be 2nd and 8 to go.
He must be well over 200 yards today.
Yeah, I mean, he's been going up and down this field like it was a walk in the park. Okay, it's Butler around the left side. He's going to be dragged down by number 59, Neil Perry.
But then again, the score is only 18-13. I don't care if he has 500 yards. You got to go with the final score.
That's right. Well, defensively, Hopkinton is,
They play well for 3 plays, and then it's like he just gets enough for a first
okay,
down,
we got
or something happens.
3rd and 8. Got Perry going again. Butler around the right. He's going to be dragged down by Clark, hopefully. Yes, he is. Covered up by Neil Perry.
Maybe that's what they need to do. They need to bring them linebackers right up on the line of scrimmage.
They got nothing to lose. Send them all day long now. Okay, that's going to be 4th and 11, and timeout taken by Weston. That's the first time today that I've seen Cy Butler take a knee.
Yeah, you're right. Maybe he's getting tired.
Well, if you ran up and down that field 5 times, I would think you'd be tired too.
I'd be in a cardiac arrest. Be more than tired.
I'll be at the Metro West Medical Center doing the game.
I'd be looking for a fluid intravenous.
Well, we get a little break in the action here. Weston taking a timeout. It's 5 minutes and 24 seconds. And we get
Okay.
5 minutes and 24 seconds to go in the quarter and in the game. With Weston leading only by 5 points. And we're going to take a
Right.
We're going to take
Look
a look
at
at
this
the
last one. This
last touchdown that got called back by Butler. And we're still live action here with 4th and 11. And they're going for it. It's quick kick again.
Quick kick again.
And hopefully this thing will just go out of bounds. It didn't even make the first down marker, so again.
Terrible quick kick.
Terrible quick kick.
Okay, now let's take a look at this last non-touchdown again. And you can clearly see, if you watch put number 5 come into your screen on the right, Brian Libby gets, Brian Libby gets clipped.
It's coming up right about...
Right there. He does do a little showboating down the sideline, though, don't he?
Yeah, he did. No question about that. Okay, so this is it. 1st and 10 with 5 minutes and 15 seconds to go in the game.
Well, it's like they tell you, if you got it, shake it.
Weston leading 18-13. Hopkinton is in control of their own destiny right now. Pepe calling the signals. Handoff is to Diana up through the middle, and he's met by a whole host of tacklers from Weston.
He gets a good initial block, but he isn't hitting. When he hits the hole, it's just being filled.
They just get hit by a foreign object. That'll bring up 2nd and 8 as the clock ticks away in Hopkinton's favor, because they want to leave when they score here with no time on the clock for Weston.
Motion.
Pitches to Diana around the right side. He breaks it up only for a yard gain. We need to be picking up 2 or 3 yards a carry.
Yeah, not no 1 or 2 yards.
That's going to bring up 3rd and 7 with the ball at the 39-yard line. That should be the 42-yard line of Hopkinton.
Yeah.
They've got 58 yards to go for a score.
And they need a touchdown.
And they do need a touchdown. Okay, we got Pepe dropping back
open.
The pass. He's going all the way to Aswad. He's got the reception. He's got one stake
first
to break.
Down.
He got the first down. He had one guy to break for the tackle, and it could have been a much bigger gain. But let's not worry about getting a score right on every one play. Let's just worry about this ball.
First downs.
First downs.
Think 10 yards at a time.
And think of the clock being eaten up.
10 yards at a time. I guess he didn't get out of bounds because the clock's still ticking.
But that's all right. I'd rather see that.
You're right.
You know, the clock ticking and Hopkinton moving the ball.
Hopkinton has to use a timeout. They're a little confused here. think he only wanted Neil Perry or JD to come out, and they were one man short. So he had to call a timeout.
Timeout is kind of crucial.
That's right. That's something they would have needed when they get down there, you know, under 2 minutes or under a minute. And if memory serves me right, that's their first one.
Right, I think
so they should have 4 more to go.
We've got the ball on the 46-yard line. We're now in Wildcat territory.
There you go.
So we're going to see what Hopkinton is made of. Whether or not they're going to be able to bring it out of the...
Right.
So Hopkinton using one of their 5 times. They get 5 timeouts per half, isn't it?
Right, they get 5 a half. They've already used 1, so they have 4 left.
So we get 3 minutes and 36 seconds to go in the 4th quarter and in the game. Weston is still leading 18-13. Hopkinton is on the move though for another score. It's a quick counter, hand off to Flannery on the little counter move, and he gets nothing on the play.
That's a play that looks as though they were setting up for a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, they only give him about a 1-yard gain. 2nd down and 9.
Well, there's, you know, not much that you can do with the, you know, when they're running out of the big backfield. You know, it's Joey right, Joey left. We're back with Shirley in the backfield at fullback. And again, it's a fake counter.
And it has one wide open.
But Greg Robinson's even much more wide open. But again, just one step overthrown.
They were, either he could have thrown to either one. They were both wide open.
So that's going to bring up 3rd and 10.
I think on plays like that, Butler relies on his speed. I think.
We got 2 minutes and 58 seconds to go with 3rd and 9.
This is a huge play, to say the least.
A huge play.
This could be the ball game.
Well, let's see what happens. Pepe drops back to pass.
He's throwing the fade to Aswad.
And
he catches
Aswad picks it off. Nice catch. What a reception.
He used his height. He went up and he got it. Let's see if it's a 1st down. 1st down. They move the stakes.
What a call and what a play by Aswad.
Hey, if they can put it in, they're in the lead.
2 minutes and 51 seconds. The clock is just ticking away. Let's hope that this doesn't, you know, we just don't run out of time.
Yeah, well, you know, that's a rough thing too. As a coach, you got to learn to work your clock.
Okay, Pepe gives it off to
Jason around the corner. He's got some room.
He gets one guy to beat. He's breaking it to the outside. He's going to get out of bounds at about the 10 or 15-yard line with 2 minutes and 23 seconds to go. Looks like Hopkinton is on the move here for a score.
It's like you said earlier, though. I don't want to score too soon. I don't want to give the ball back in Cy's hands. You know, it's funny. We keep saying Cy, and we do mean Weston. But he's been like a one-man show, and he's been that every single week consistently, no matter who he plays.
Well, we're definitely seeing what Hopkinton is made of. Pepe hands off to Diana around the right side.
He gets a little room. He's cutting
breaks
back.
Up into the middle. He's up to about the 5-yard line.
Yeah. Let's put it in. Let's put it in, you guys.
We've got 2nd down and goal, it looks like. I've got the stakes moving on the sidelines. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
We better watch the scoreboard so he can tell us, because we got too many people down on the sidelines. We can't tell. Okay, we get the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left. We put it in, take the lead, but I don't want to. I'd like to score with under 30 seconds left in the game.
Well,
we can't have everything. Let's just take the lead, okay?
Yeah.
Take the lead. Let our defense take control.
I'll tell you one thing, Eddie. There's a dejected sideline over here in Weston, where we're calling the game from. And just the opposite from Hopkinton. I mean, the fans are all in the end zone, cheering on the local boys here.
I mean, the crowd is unbelievable down there.
Okay, we've got Pepe calling the signals. We got Shirley and Diana in the backfield, and Flannery at the wing left.
This looks like
so it's first and goal.
This
for the
looks
Hillers.
like Shirley's ball. They hit up to Shirley. He's got some room.
He's going to break it in and score.
Scores.
With 1 minute and 56 seconds to go in the ball game, Hopkinton puts it in the end zone, taking the score to 19-18.
Too much time. These points are crucial.
Well,
whether we go for 2 or 1, they are crucial.
Okay, we're kicking it. We're going for 1 point. I got the Coach Hughes over there on the sideline. But I'll tell you, when you see Coach Hughes doing something flagrant like putting one finger up and kicking, you never know with him. It could be a 2-point conversion.
Right. Because Jason, he can throw the ball.
Okay, it's a good snap. Kick is up, and it is good. So we got Hopkinton leading 20-18 in what could be a very important ball game for the Hillers. In what would be a big shock to Weston.
Yeah, they got to play some defense. It all gets down to defense. We said at the beginning of the game that we'd hope our offense would be our defense and control the ball and everything else. And they've done pretty much that at times. But this time here, it comes down to their defense. If they want to win this game, their defense has to take control.
Well, one thing I noticed is the Hillers started out with the regular backfield, Shirley and Diana, and then they went to the big backfield, and then switched back again to the regular backfield, and Weston had trouble adjusting.
Right. They had trouble adjusting, and they give them a different look. They were set up to defense certain guys.
Okay, we get Shirley kicking it off. Going to be fielded by 25 at his own 25-yard line. And,
with no place to go except down.
Okay, so if we get a spot on the ball, it looks like he's at about his 30-yard line.
Kevin Holgram comes up from the bottom of that pile. Now, you key on Cy. He's the man that you think is gonna beat you.
Send your linebackers, put Glassman and Perry in his face, and try to stuff him.
Try and shut him down.
Okay, we got Butler around the left, around his right. He's gonna be dragged down, hopefully by half the team, and keep him in bounds.
They gotta do more than that. There's 1:39 left, 38 left. It's ticking away. They're letting it tick. Now, Weston has used at least 3 timeouts that I can remember.
Right.
So here they're in a situation. They could be in a situation with no timeouts remaining, or maybe only 1.
Okay, it's Butler left.
No place to go except down.
Stuffed.
Fumble,
loose ball.
No, he called him down.
Got him down, he's got him down. Okay, we got a timeout taken by Weston.
Timeout, Weston.
With 1:09 and 9 seconds to go in the game, with Hopkinton leading 20-18.
And 2 plays and 7 yards to go. The biggest thing they got to worry about now is first down. If they don't allow them to get the first down, the game is theirs.
Right. I'm going to just let you take into the atmosphere here, folks. I don't know what they need a timeout for already.
No.
Been side right, side left. An occasional handoff to a fullback or an option to one of their tailbacks.
Well, he's going to get in a situation with none left, because if my memory serves me right, that's his 4th one. He's got 1 left.
and it's third down and 10. He does have an arm. He doesn't just have feet.
No, it's 3rd and 7.
3rd and 7, so he can throw the ball, and he's out of the shotgun. This can be a little dangerous because the linebackers loosen up a little bit. Give him too much running room. He's just going to take it around the right side, and you got to make a stop right here. And he's dragged down.
He's got
the first down with 1 minute and 2 seconds to go.
That's okay.
The clock.
Stop the clock till I get it set. Okay, we got the last touchdown coming up that Shirley scored. Here it is. It's just a power handoff. He follows Diana right up to the right side. Beautiful block by Joe, and he's in for the touchdown. Excellent.
Okay, now we're coming back live.
48
Snaps
seconds
to Butler,
left.
and he's around the left side. Stuff. And we got a flag in the play again in the area of holding or clipping. And there's only 38 seconds left to go in the ball game.
What an exciting finish. They shut this guy down, and it's if he breaks a breakaway, it's Weston's.
And that's what we got. We got a legal block on Weston. Ooh,
you push him back. Push him back. No matter what it is now, you push him back.
And the clock is official with 38 seconds. Of course, it only takes him 2 seconds to get down the field.
He's like he shot out of a cannon. But the Hopkinton defense is putting out the fuse on the cannon.
So we got 1st and 23, should be 1st and 25. But we're not going to squabble over
no, well, they're only
yards.
giving you 1st and 14.
I'm relying on the clock to see what's going on here because we can't see the field. We got Butler.
He's throwing a pass. No place to
we had a hold on Dave Clark. He was down.
They blow him down.
He's definitely down now with 28 seconds left.
24. They run out of timeouts. No, he called one more.
No, the clock is still ticking. They got to snap it. And
he don't have timeouts.
He's got to snap the ball and put
14,
it to the ground.
13. This is ticking away.
11.
They still got men in motion.
Hopkinson's ball game. 9, 8. Butler takes the snap. He's got to get rid of it. He's got pressure. He got it at the ball game.
Hopkinson's ball game.
20-18.
What an upset. 20-18. What a game. I'm looking out there and I see Paul Flannery. He's almost dead on his feet.
You would think that we had just won a Super Bowl here.
No kidding.
What we have just won
this was a game.
Is a game that started out looking like it was Weston's all the way.
It's like I told you in the 4th quarter. I don't care if he gets 500 yards of offense. 18-20 Hopkinton is the final tell. That's what tells the game. Win or lose.
That's right. And what a ball game it was.
But he is something to watch. What a game. Party time.
To say that Weston is dejected is an understatement, but to say that Hopkinton doesn't deserve to win this game is just an outstanding performance by everybody, Eddie.
Yeah, you're right.
All the way from the coaches down to the cheerleaders, down to the band, and the fans sticking by the team. So we're going to wrap it up here from Hopkinton High School with Hopkinton upping their record to 4-1 and downing Weston here in a thriller by the Hillers.
And don't forget, folks, next week in Holliston, be there.
So we'll see you next week, hopefully with a lot of fans going to Holliston, where Hopkinton will be 4-1, meeting Holliston maybe at the 5-0 mark for another big ball game. And for the next 3 or 4 ball games, we're looking at big football here. So that'll wrap it up. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you at the next home game.
Okay.
What a game.
See you later.